this earth to children. And then before you leave this channel because you're angry enough by that title, check me out. Single mother off looking for relationships. Well, not really relationships, but encounters with men on a sexual level. Now, of course, these men that they're seeking are not men that are seeking anything which is of substance. They're seeking to have sex. And going to take place but in that encounter between them and that man, they go out looking for not someone that is going to nurture them or take care of them, treat them with respect and love, possible mate, possible father for their potential. They're looking for a one night stand, the man that can knock it out the park in the bed, the man that will give them that vibe, so to speak, that roughneck, that thug, that gangster, that's exciting, that has something to offer them that is like a child exuberance, like you have no cares in the world, a man that's just going to give you that rush. So they go off and have these children with these men that are not thinking up here, but thinking down there. And they have the kid, and the kid now basically has been scarred, has been tainted, because as you know, when you have a child, the DNA from both parents are going to enter into and be the makeup of that child. So that child, regardless if that man is somebody that's a roughneck, somebody that does not think clearly, somebody that does not have a stable mindset, right? If his soul has been tainted by different bad situations that he's been in. Maybe he's made wrong choices in his life. Maybe he's a dangerous person. Maybe he's a person that does not value life, does not value the life of someone else. Very immature, just somebody that just lives by just day by day, just by doing anything to fulfill their flesh. This woman has a child with that man, and that child is now going to grow up with the substance from that man, even if all the deficiencies from that man, all of the thoughts and all of the miss the ill thoughts, right? The ill will that man had, right? The substance of that man is now going to be of that child. That child's not going to go out into the world and basically fill the world with that same mentality, with that same quote unquote energy. Now you had that mother, that single mother that went out there not for that good man that she says that she wants, that went out there for that sexual experience with that roughneck, that thug, that guy that can give her the feeling when they have that interaction. Now you have this child that's on the earth that's not going to grow up and learn how to be a person that's going to benefit society, that's not going to have morals, that's not going to have high standards. This child is not going to be able to walk in this life and be someone that's going to benefit anything but their pleasures, but what their own selfish desires, because they didn't learn anything from their family, from their parents. A lot of the time, of course, the single mother is not a two-family household, because the mother nowadays has been taught, not all, they've been taught that they can do everything that a man can do. The mother thinks that she can provide like a man. The mother thinks that she can give that child, either it's a boy or a girl, they can give that child all of the substance that they need in order to be successful out in the world. And they don't want anybody to tell them otherwise. And society has supported the woman to believe that they can give that child what only a man can give. A man can't give the child what the mother can give. And the woman, and vice versa, can't give that child what the man can give that child. But the children now are the ones that pay the price. The children are the one that suffer. They're the ones that go out there and they only give what they've received. They only respond and react to certain situations and scenarios based off of what how they were taught. So if you're only taught by a single mother that a lot of them are doing the best that they can. Nobody's saying that they're not, but when you think about reality and the whole reality of this situation where these kids don't have what they need mentally, spiritually, in any way, shape, or form to be out there and go out there and be productive members of society and be a light in society and not a detriment to society. This is what these single mothers have now, a lot of them have now created. And they've been supported by this government, by this society, those at the head that plot us all against one another and try to get us to fight one another, to hate one another, not to be there for one another, look at each other with a evil eye to separate us. Now, basically, they're going to have to be they're the ones that are going to pay, but we're all going to pay. Everyone pays when that child that has not been taught nothing goes out into the world with no skills, no understanding of how to live, and they pollute the society. So you have a whole society full of monsters. They don't have any respect for life, the lives of others. They're emotional. They don't have any any ability to control themselves, self-control, because they weren't taught at home to have self-control. They were taught by a woman that mostly possibly did the best she could, but because the woman is someone that's more emotional than a man in the first place. A man is about reason. A man reasons before he acts. Well, a good man, but the woman is more of one that's a emotional being, right? So she's led by her heart, by her heartstrings. That's why you have a lot of people like women teachers, and you go into schools and there's a lot of women teachers, and they're always coddling the child, and the child makes a mistake, or they keep partaking in bad behaviors, and it's repetitive bad behaviors. There's no structure, but the woman comes through and they hug them, and they say some sweet nothings to them, and they try to always encourage, but what they're encouraging is bad behavior. They're not stopping it. They're not seeing that this is a problem that has to be rooted out by correction, by sometime harsh discipline. Because in the Bible it talks about how, do you hate me because I tell you the truth? Men are more of those that will tell you the truth even if it hurts you, because the end goal is going to actually be positive and change the negative behavior. Women, a lot of the time, are those that like to comfort and nurture you through the madness, like the mother that comforts and nurtures her son or daughter once the father has kind of put down the rod, or said something that's a little bit harsh, but all in for the good to change that child's the direction or the behavior. The woman's the one that hugs and consoles. But imagine a child that's very advanced in their thinking. Imagine a child that knows that they can manipulate that person, that mother that comes to them with that type of tactic, right? The child will now take advantage of the mother because they know that all they have to do is go along with the affection that's being given, like respond to it. Oh, I'm sorry, have a little face they put on, have, hug back or speak with a certain different tone to kind of make the mother feel like they get it, that they understand, but then go right back out and carry out that same negative behavior that they've been using this whole time. Right, this negative behavior that will at some point destroy them, or may destroy somebody else out there. So the women are leading by emotions because they're emotional beings more so than men. They're getting now, because society has told a woman that she has all of this power to basically uh, dictate basically who's going to be in that household. If she doesn't want a man in that household, she can go out there and get a job, high paying job, which I believe all people should be able to work and should be paid for their skills. That's not what I'm saying. But the family structure was supposed, in my mind, supposed to be where the man and the woman, basically, the man goes to work, the woman is the one that nurtures the child at home. She could work as well. Nobody's not saying that she can work, but the woman is supposed to be the one that's the predominant purse figure at the house with the children, so that the children can have that love and that support and that nurturement at home, and then the father comes home and adds to it. But now if you have both of the parents outside of the home, who's going to be with the child? And if you don't have but one at home, most of the time it's the single mother. How are they going to get that's the strength and the ability to reason, to see the validity and reasoning that the man can give? There's something that a man can only give to a child. The woman cannot give what a man can give to a child, no matter how hard she tries. But see, now the world has propped up the woman to believe she can be the master of both sides. She can accomplish anything just by being a woman. So now but what the woman is doing is she's going out because she has all of this power. She's going to these clubs. She's been taught to go to these clubs and to shake her butt and to trap the man. But he basically will do anything just to be with her. And now she will get with one man, two men, three men, four men. thinking that she is just like a man, where she can basically have sex with these men and have no repercussions that follow her when she does that. See, a man, we go in. I'm just being honest. We go in, and there are soul ties that are created between a man and a woman when we have sex. That's just the way it is. But the woman, her body will collect the DNA from a man and it will stay there. A man can wash himself off and get rid of the DNA from the woman. That's the difference when you have a sexual encounter with a woman, or when a man has a sexual encounter with a woman, as to where in opposition to when a woman has sexual encounter with a man, the woman has the man's DNA that stays inside of her. So imagine that woman having one man, two men, three men, and just going out on the town every day, every week, having sexual encounters. That is going to fill them with the DNA, the from all these men. So like if that man is messed up, if that man ain't thinking straight, if he has stuff in his closet that you didn't know nothing about, you were just going for a feeling to have that sexual encounter with that mandingo or that roughneck that is exciting, and you think he's exciting because he sells drugs, or he hurts people, or he ain't no punk, he ain't no sip. That gives the certain women that charge and that rise that they need. It makes them feel a certain way. It makes them feel like their man is just, he can take care of business, and he can, because he lives deplorable. He lives in a way which is beneath the standards of God. He lives in a way that makes you reminisce on the some of the videos and the movies that you've seen of how a strong man should act, right? Or be, right? And so then, oh, okay, this man can protect me from the evils that this world will present to me. And I want this man, because and that really, it just rises, gives me that rise to make me know that I have a man that he can protect you based off of the evil that he does in the world, not the fact that he goes to work consistently, not the you like a queen, or he makes you feel like you're a queen, like you're the only one that matters to him. Well, you and God, of course, and his children. No, that's not what a real man is nowadays. That's not a strong man nowadays. That's a simp punk nowadays. Someone that looks at you with respect and actually loves you and cares for you and will do for you and be there for you. That's a simp punk nowadays. Don't even lie to yourself. Don't even lie to yourself and say anything else, because that's what it is. You're all been, as men, scarred by these images that the media and that society has tried to paint us with, as to say this is the image that a man has to fulfill or look like in order to be strong, in order to be somebody that has value or worth. And just like women, they've had to deal with that too. And the negative portrayals that women have been portrayed by, sexualized and demeaned, and all of these different personifications that have been placed on women and men in order to meet this standard that society has created for us. So now everybody's women basically are having children with no good men, and have been taught to believe that the no good men are the ones they should be with. But now they've been propped up by society, which makes them believe that they can do just as a man. They can be just as a man. They don't need a man in their house. They can raise the child and give that child all the nurturement and all the support that a man could give, and teach that child like a man could teach them, because they're the master of their own fate. They wear both hats, and they can wear it well. That's what they've been taught. They don't need a man. So then now they can go out, because now most men nowadays in this generation just want a woman, a good woman. They don't even need to have the best looking woman. She doesn't have to have the best body. They just want a woman that they know is down for them, that loves them, that cares for them, that will support them, that will be there for them, that will allow the man to be the man, not to effeminize a man or to emasculate a man. We just want a woman that will be down for us, and that be able to share things with them, and be that's my ride or die. That's my woman. That's what we want. But here's the thing: the women, these modern women, know that that's what we want. They know that that's what we want. They know we'll go to the other length, to the end of the world, to the end, oh, to the beyond, to get that woman. So they use it to their advantage. Now they just basically have their choice of any man that they want because they know that most of us just want a good woman or want a woman that'll be down for us. So now they'll go and do all sorts of stuff, right? Against us. No one will stay there if they will show us the time of day. If they look at us the right way, if they show us a little glimpse of what they know we always wanted in a woman, she ain't got to show it for a long time. She could take it back in a moment. She could say a good, pleasant, say a nice little something, something, something to us one moment, or treat us a certain good way or a way in which she knows that a man will want to be treat one moment, but she knows she ain't got to keep doing it. She know that she can just use us. She can reel us in, get us to love and to want to be her to be with us and to sell out to this whole possibility of us being together. But then at any and take us for all we're worth, and at any moment let us go and move on to the next man that wants that woman that ride or die that's gonna be with him, that's gonna. So we're then have kids because maybe the condom broke, or maybe there's no condom at all, and to have the kids with these men that don't want nothing to do with family, don't want nothing to do with having a kid, don't want nothing to do with supporting you, helping you, and being there for you, and actually loving you. They don't want nothing to do with that. You'll get with that man. Pollute this earth with these children that don't have the ability to think because they don't have the right stuff that comes from a man, because the man has a part in the process too of creating a child. And that's what you should know that. The woman is the one that births the child, but who do you the sperm that come from the man? So that man has a huge part in this process. But of course, the world don't think about us as being that important anymore as men. But anyways, they'll have these kids with these men that don't have nothing up here, ain't thinking about you, that kid, or having anything to do with you, or it's not gonna produce nothing in y'all's life. It's gonna mean anything. They're gonna leave after they hit. You have these kids. These kids grow up with just you and what you can offer, right? And then they go pollute the world, and that's what you see now. The bastard children out here, a lot of the time, that don't have, not by their choice. They didn't choose this. They didn't choose to have a life without both parents. But that's what's going on now. So now you got bastard children out here that don't got the stuff up here in order to take care of themselves or add anything to the collective community or society. And then the world becomes as dark and evil and destructive and wicked and emotional as it is now. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for viewing this channel, this video. I will be making more videos later. Like, share, subscribe if you would like to donate to the channel. Cash App, $ Judah J Talks 144. And until next time, you guys, shalom.